tutorial on this look I'm going to do using Pulse Beauty Nude Attitude Palette. Stay tuned to see the step-by-step. Talk to you later. So I'm going to go into the Nude Attitude Palette with the color cream to set my concealer before I go into this fall eye look. Okay, I'm going to go in next with Espresso as my eyelid color to start this cut crease fall look. Okay, now I'm going with my taupe color here to start to blend out this color so it gets smooth and it's not all harsh lines. So you blend till you can't blend no more. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is my cut crease. So I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Correct in the color C0 White. So stay tuned to see how I do my cut crease. Okay, so I take the concealer and I put it on my eyelid here. And then I look up to mark where I need to go for my cut crease. And once it's marked, then I just go in and draw out the shape I want. And then you just fill the rest of it in. Super easy. Stay tuned. So I'm going back in with the Pulse Beauty palette in the color Nude to begin this ombre cut crease look. In the color. This is a white, it's not as easy to see right now. Wait till I get to the other colors. And then once I get to the other colors, you'll be able to see the transition from the nude and the gradient as it goes. So now I'm gonna go next in with the color Champagne to just transition from the whiter color to a little more pigment in the shadow. So you'll be able to see that eventually when they all start to come together from the white to the champagne to the next color. So just go in there and blend it in and stay tuned for the next color. So I'm going next in with the color Gold right here next to that champagne color to help with the transition from that champagne and bringing that over. This will be the final product once I finish this side. So stay tuned. So now I'm gonna go in with the color Deep Purple on this outer edge right here to fill in the rest of this cut crease right here. Just fill that in. And just fill it in. Grab some more color. Okay, so if you notice, it's kind of hard to see the transition from the nude to the champagne. So I'm gonna go in to this light bronze color right here and just start putting in a little bit of that bronze color right here so you can see a better transition from the nude champagne to the next color. So there's not a lot of white or those bright colors. So this is what it looks like when I added that light bronze in there. So it looks a lot better. Joy of makeup is, you know what, you can always fix it, alter it, adjust it, and you know what, make it your own. So stay tuned to see the rest of this look. Next is eyeliner. I'm using the NYX vinyl eyeliner in the color Black. So now I'm gonna start my face. I first go in with the moisturizer and I use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream along with the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil and the Touch and Soul No Problem Prime Essence. Now that I've moisturized and started my primer, I'm gonna go in also with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Blur Priming Serum as my base primer. Now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the color Sand and the BH Pro Studio concealer in the color 111. Stay tuned. Out so it's seamless, and just blend that and bring it around. So now I'm going next with my Becca concealer in the color Mahogany for my contour. So now I'm taking a brush and I'm starting to, in circular motions, blend out this contour. I'm gonna take it up and go around and blend that around. And I'm gonna do that on both sides. So stay tuned to see the final blend of this contour. So now I have it where I want it. Now I'm taking whatever's left over my brush to shadow the side of my nose to give my nose a smaller feel. So I'm just taking whatever's on my brush here so I don't have a heavy contour on my nose. So I'm just gonna blend that in right there to create the illusion that I have a slimmer nose. So with this new routine that I've been doing where I do my concealer and contour first before I do my foundation, it allows me to make corrections anywhere where I feel it needs to be corrected. So for example, I want to keep this a little bit lighter, so I'm going back with that beauty blender that I blended that concealer with, that highlight concealer with, to lighten up those areas that are dark. And then I can go around here and here as well with whatever product that is still on there to lighten up any areas I feel are too dark. And then just tap it in. And just kind of help it to blend it more so it's not so sharp in some areas. So that's how I do that. Now I'm gonna go in next with my custom blended MK blended foundation, and I put one squirt on my hand, and I'm going to take my beauty blender here and just put foundation in any area that I did not put product before, or if I decide I want to make something a little bit lighter, I can go over it with my beauty blender and just blend that in. So I'm just going to tap it in. Always use your beauty blender to tap in the product. Don't rub it in, just tap it in. And just go around to any area that you feel you want to lighten up or whatever, and just go in there. And that's all I needed, and I'm finished with my foundation. This routine that I've created and have been using will save you a lot of foundation. So hope you. Now I'm going to go in with my Pulse Beauty setting powder in the number 2. So I am not a baker. I used to bake, not anymore. And so now I just dip my Real Techniques brush in there, and I just tap the product into my skin, and it's going to melt into my foundation, concealer, anything that I have here, and it gives it that flawless airbrushed look. So I'm gonna do that on all the areas around here to make sure I set it. The key is whenever you do a liquid or a cream, you must set with a powder or it will crease. For the other parts of my face that I used the foundation on, I use a lighter colored setting powder. So I use a Pretty Vulgar in the color Mad About It. And I use a beauty blender and I tap it in, and I want to have a sharp line here for my contour. so it looks like I have some cheekbones and some structure, even though I have chubby cheeks. And then on my nose, I like to use a whiter setting powder so it's more defined to have that slender looking nose that I want. And I let that sit. This I do let sit until I finish the rest of my face. So stay tuned to see the rest of my face. It's blush time. So I'm going to go in with the Pulse Beauty blush in the color Desert Rose. So since it is a fall look, thanks to Mr. Mike Cutie for the tip, I'm going in with the more orangey color blush. Never did orange before until a couple weeks ago, and now I am in love with this, especially for the fall. So I go in there and just rub it all in, brush it in, blend it in. And this again is Pulse Beauty in the color Desert Rose. Isn't she beautiful? Yes. So gives you that beautiful fall vibe 100%. So I'm in love with this color, and I will wear it in the summer as well. So make sure you go get you one. Now I'm going to make sure I set my contour with powder. So I'm using the Ace Beauty Bronze in Paradise palette, and I'm just gonna dip my brush in here, and where I did my contour right here and all around here, I'm going to just make sure I set and blend all of that in. And also I'm going to make sure I do my nose. So that's where that goes. So there it is. Now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and brush off the excess powder right here to blend that out, to remove it. And then I go over this, kind of like blend it out to smooth it out so it's not such a harsh line. And then I do my nose as well. And just go around here, excuse me, and make sure that I blend and brush everything off. It's my favorite time, which, oh, it's my favorite time, but highlighter. So I'm going with the Mindless Cosmetics highlight in the color Rose Gold. And I'm going to highlight my cheeks. Highlight is my favorite. You can do as little or as much as you like. I do circular motions to put my highlight on. I do my cheeks. I also highlight my chin. I highlight right here on both sides. And then I take my finger and I highlight the tip of my nose and the bridge. The next steps I'm gonna do off camera. I'm gonna use a black eyeliner pencil for my waterline and then use the eyeshadow brushes to smoke out my lower eyelid. So stay tuned to see the finished product of that. I've used a lot of powder on my face, so the key to not have that powdery look on your face is to use a spray. So I first go in with my Mario Badescu facial spray and spray my face so it's wet, so that all the facial spray can get into that powder to get rid of that powdery look, to have a smooth and flawless look. So stay tuned to see after it's dry. So my face is now dry and I have no filter, so you can see this is how my skin looks, how it is. So I'm going to do lashes next, so stay tuned to see what lashes I choose. So now it's time for mascara and lashes. So I'm gonna go in with the Pulse Beauty mascara in the color black. And I only put mascara on my natural lashes. I do not put any mascara on my fake lashes. And that way you can preserve the quality and they last longer when you don't put any mascara on your fake lashes. So stay tuned to see. I'm now going to go in with my Mindless Cosmetic lashes in the style Tati Ruthie. So the trick is to put your lash glue on, and do not put them on right away. Let them sit a little bit till the glue gets tacky. It'll be a lot easier to put on your lashes that way. So now my lashes are ready to go. They're tacky. I put the first one on right away, but this one I'm gonna show you. I just take my lash tool and I look down and I apply it as close as I can to my natural lash line. And when it's tacky, you can let it sit there and then you can adjust and move it how you want it to be. And then I pinch it together with my natural lashes, which are still kind of a little bit wet from putting on the mascara. But that is it. And lashes are on and ready to go. So these are Tati Ruthie by Mila's Cosmetics. So I'm rounding out to the end of my makeup look. So I'm going to go in with the Pulse Beauty Lippy in the color Plum. So let's see this beauty on. Stay tuned to see the completed lippy. So here is the Plum Lippy by Pulse Cosmetics. It's such a beautiful color. Perfect for the fall. So stay tuned to see the completed look after this. So here is my completed look, wig and all, but here you go. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to recreate it and let me know how you like it. And be sure to check out Pulse Beauty Cosmetics, Mila's Cosmetics, and use my discount code to save. So there's the end. Thank you for watching.